Alternative to Isolite Lip Art Bomb. This is one from This is a great fragrance, and the wide lineup is my favorite by far, as it takes that sticky amberwood DNA, which is essentially that mass appealing shower gel vibe, according to pretty much any girl who asks, just feels like a sexy shower gel. It takes that DNA and adds a little bit of spice on top, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little sweeter vanilla at the base. If you want something similar, an affordable alternative to this $100+ fragrance, depending on the size, is actually by Latapa, and it's Hayati. This one right here, I believe I was floored when I first tried this. I blind bought it. I did first impressions way back, and
the best glow fragrance, product back from Latapa. This fragrance is a lot of hype over for being the best glow wear survivor.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Yep, can hear you.
Can somebody, anybody feedback to me? Can you hear me?
Yep, we
Yes,
can hear you,
sir,
sir.
can hear you.
Can hear you, sir.
But can you hear us? Sir, can you hear us?
Hello? Can somebody respond to my question so that I know whether I can listen to you or not?
Here we go again.
Hello, sir?
I cannot hear you easily.
Okay.
Hello. I hope you can hear me. Yeah.
Anyone has his number, or we shall boom the telegram.
I cannot hear from your side, right? So can somebody test, please?
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 thì tăng một. Testing.
Let me check
Yep.
first. Wait for a while. Okay, I think we just start. If anything, you just write a message. I don't think I can receive any voice from your side. But anyway, I just start. Let me stop sharing.
Mà anh
Sir, I think we can't hear you.
Now,
mà anh tak dengar bunyi tu.
can somebody respond my message? Can you hear me?
Sir, can you hear us
Yes.
now?
Okay, so I'll continue. So today I just have a quick because it's now it's a Puasa month, so I try to go through as quick as possible. Then we will have another detailed session. First, for this session, I just want to share with you some of the important dates so that you can proceed with your FYP2. This semester is more focusing on your development side. So this is TMF 4935. So I'll share with you the slide for this one. Okay, I hope you can receive the share. Can see the share.
Yes.
Okay, today we are going to give you some briefing on final project. The main reason of this is to give you some ideas when is the dues when you need to submit your project. So this is as I mentioned just now, TF4935. There are two important methods that we're going to discuss today. First is about your all the debt, important debts, and second is we are discussing about FYP symposium. So this semester we will have face-to-face symposium and exhibition. So this is my contact. I think most of you know already. This is a system similar. The system will be open next week. And this material that today is supposed to have is course outline, assessment rubric, sample format for paper, FYP report content, proposal format, FYP report guide. So this is the first date that you need to remember is on the 23rd June 2025. Final date to submit FYP report. This is the last day of submission for evaluation by June. So you remember this.
Sir?
And this is the 1st and 2nd July 2025 will be your FYP symposium. So after this class, I hope we can dominate a organizing chair for this symposium. The organizing chair will be from your class. So we will have organizing chair and form a committee to get ready for the FYP symposium. I hope it can be done after a year. The second date that you need to remember is on the final date for examiner to give the comment on the 4th of July 2025. Then the mark submission of 10 July 2025. So this is more important for your supervisor. The another important date is on 28 July. 28 July 2025 actually is the submission of your final report. Final report means after you're doing amendments. So this is important date. The next one is on the FYP2 progress monitoring date. This is very important. The first one on the 1st April 2025. Submission of proposed and revised structure FYP report title and Gantt chart. This actually, this is the first date that you need. Let me check first. Okay, so 1st April. This is the first milestone that you need to follow. Is on the next week. What you need to do? A lot of students do not understand what they need to do. You still remember FYP1? We have proposed structure FYP report and title and Gantt chart, right? So this semester you may want to change. You may have some changes on the title because of a comment from supervisor or for examiner. So this is the revised, means you go back to your FYP1, check your structure. Last semester you have chapter 1, 2, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3 you have all the details, but 4, 5, 6 you do not have the details. So for this semester you need to update chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the content, the outline. Okay, the outline of your thesis, and submit to the FYP system. This is called warming out, so that at least you know what you plan to do. Of course, at the end of semester, your content of your report may slightly different from what you propose now. It's okay. This is just a wake-up call for you to go through the content and discuss supervisor, then you submit, including Gantt chart. Last semester, your Gantt chart is until chapter 3 only last semester. So you have to continue with chapter 4, 5, 6. And second milestone is on the 15 May 2025. Is submission of first draft for chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, I given you about 1.5 month. This 1.5 month, you have enough time to develop system, because this chapter 4 basically is you are writing report on how you implement whatever proposal you propose or design you propose in chapter 3 or last semester. So this semester you need to implement whatever you say you design in chapter 3 last semester. So by 15 you should be get ready your first implementation, and you should be able to submit your chapter 4. Because without implement or develop your system, your algorithms, your solution, your technique, whatever, you won't be able to write chapter 4. That's why I given you 1.5 month. So please use that 1.5 month to develop and to implement whatever proposal, solution, algorithm, hardware, whatever, for chapter 4. So you can see you are given 6 weeks. So the next milestone will be on the 31st of May. This one basically is a submission of first draft for chapter 5, 6, and extract. Huh? So this one, because chapter 5 basically is on your analysis and testing on your result you had done. So then some chapter 6 will be on conclusion and summary. So this is very short chapter. So what you need to do is just a draft and submit your extract of paper as well on the 31st. So as I always tell students, the submission or milestone here is not the final write out. This is just the submission of chapter 4, 5, 6 all are actually draft. Draft means you can do changes as many as you write. You don't need to resubmit to your system. This is just to make sure that you are progressing as what we expecting lah. So that's why you need to submit. So any changes after submission is okay because the marks only given after you submit for assessment. So this is monitoring of your submission only, of your progress. Okay, the next one is submission of first draft for FYP2 full reports. This means on the 31st, you're actually combining chapter 5, 6, and extract of paper you're going to. This semester you to write paper and submit as a draft. The next, on the 10th of June, actually you are submitting first draft for FYP2 full report and paper. Means you are combining chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Combining here means you will do some alignment, some synchronization of your chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because whatever you plan in chapter 1, 2, 3 may have difference from what you think, what you thought after you implement. So it may have slight changes. So a lot of students asking me whether what you need to do if your design, your proposal is different from chapter 4, 5, and 6. My answer is as long as your proposal, we do not expect 100% similar what we propose, but they should have some differences. So in the chapter 5 is the chapter that allow you to analyze why your implementation or the development is different from proposal. Okay, so that is the chapter that you are used to actually justify why the design and the proposal is different from what you do now. But there's some cases where the student have totally different because do not do a good job in chapter on the FYP1, then you may have, then you have to discuss your supervisor to do some changes or amendment to make sure that it suit your chapter as well. Okay. I do not encourage students to redo chapter 3 because this will actually, you have to totally revamp your chapter 3, which will take a lot of time and you may not have time to finish your chapter 2. But if the case is too serious, then you have to consult your supervisor and discuss what you do in order to fill in the gap between chapter 3 and 4. That's what you need to do. So on the 10th of June is a first draft. Mean you combine every chapter and do some adjustment or synchronizer or alignment to make sure you have a good reports. Then you have about 2 weeks, submission of final reports. That 2 weeks actually allow you to have a discussion with supervisor to check everything. So do not submit your report in last minute to a supervisor. You have 2 weeks actually, then discuss. And on the 23rd June is a report. You submit all the report, your document, whatever related to your project for assessment. Okay, so assessment. So for FYT2 report, you have actually chapter 1, 2, 3. Chapter 1, 2, 3 basically done in FYP1. They had chapter 4 and 5. So a lot of students also asking whether the 1, 2, 3 can be changed. Yes, you can do some amendment that I mentioned, some alignment to make sure the report looks synchronized and look systematic as well. So the report must be submitted by 22 June 2005 for submission. And normally a lot of students ask me, I need more time. Normally I do not allow extra time, but try to submit on time. Okay, on time on 23rd of June 2005. Okay, this is about report submission for examination. Soft copy and submit to FYP management system. Report need to be approved by project supervisor. So this is for this semester we will have a face-to-face presentation exhibition. They are given 30 minutes presentation, general presentation, and 15 minutes to the solution solution and design. Then you have to show your prototype on the spot as well. So everything will be face to face. If as we have practicing since a few years since COVID, Form A will be no longer hard copy, even though we are face to face. The Form A are still you approve through system. Form B is the attachment hard copy. Form C is the no hard copy as well. So this is just give you very quick overview what you need to do for this whole semester. But the detail will come back again before the end of semester. So I will give you some idea about your assessment as well, the criteria. Basically, we're looking at the quality of report. I will share with you about the examination report assessment criteria as well in the FYP system. First, they are looking at the quality of report. They're also an understanding of the subject matters, your methodology, your result, solution proposed, prototype, innovative, and preparation. So from beginning of semester, you need to understand. You need to understand the assessment criteria. Every single day. I'll give you every single detail with the marks attached as well, so that you can prepare. You can score your report as well. Okay, so this is every semester happen. All students intended to be assessed must officially register the course with faculty. Second, it registered in FYP system. If you do not register in FYP system, you can consider disqualified for this semester. Make sure you are using the system for submission for beginning of semester. The system will be open for submission by next week. So all students should be able to access using the old password. Those are repeat students. You may need to request directly to the system admin to get your password. Submit all progress report in the FYP system according to the requirement I mentioned just now. Final report to assessment must approved by supervisor. Then you have presentation. Yeah, you need to have prototype, very important. A lot of students asking whether you can recording or whatever. For this semester, your prototype is the hardware, software, algorithm, equation, whatever. You need to show. So you have to plan your presentation, prepare slide if needed. Brochure on the key point is necessary. Get ready all the sample data, avoid to key in the save time. Select relevant and important point. Like this semester, the FYP symposium will be similar with the presentation before, where the examiner will visit your booth and you have to present on the spot. Okay? You present the spot to the examiner or to whoever visited your booth. This is the final submission as well. So the turning in is very important, and this is the list. As I said, I will repeat again this one at the end of semester. This is the important point, but for you to keep in mind, a lot of students are always given the wrong degree, the naming, and also the spelling of the same Sarawak. Okay, we go to the next one. Let me check first. Okay, this is I share with you the form. This is a form. I will quickly go through. Then I'll pass this one in. I'll put this one in the SYP system so that you can go into the details. Is it clear for you, class? I'm not sure if it's clear for you. Maybe I just zoom in first.
Sir, can you hear, sir?
Okay, so I hope you can it's clear now. Let me see. Okay, clear. Okay, then we start our discussion. Okay, looking at this one, the first criteria is 5-mark continuity and coherent of flow or idea from FYP 1 to FYP. This is how I mentioned, right? So FYP 1, 2, and 2 should be coherent and also continuity, right? If you're given 5 marks. So that's why you need to do some alignment. You need to do some synchronization. Introduction and literature review. This is you can see implementation result and discussion is a big portion, which is 35 marks. What we actually looking at the implementation result and discussion, you have to show that you understand, able to develop solution, model, algorithm, approaches, framework, device, numerical solution, and simulation. These were 5 marks. So you have to show understanding through your report and your presentation. Clarity of description of methodology processes. Whatever processor, hardware, software, algorithm, equation you mentioned, or methodology used, you have to be able to answer, able to be clarified when asked by the examiner, and also you are also explaining in your reports. The next one was clarity of rationale justification given a project scope. So 5%, you have to justify your project scope, why, and the rationale behind, and also the problem that you are solving. The next one, a knowledge of limitation, discussion on any experience constraint that make the product failures. So you, besides you have to make sure your project is success, you need to understand as well what is your limitation of your project or your solution, your equation, okay, your hardware, whatever. Then you have to mention limitation as well. Then that will give you 5 marks to show that you understand your projects. Interpretation of project implementation, research, solution, models, algorithms. You are able to interpret, okay, your outcome from your project. This will give you 5 marks. Able to describe on the testing criteria, data, plan, questionnaire, outcome for the project. Let's say how you choose your testing samples, what criteria, what requirement. So how you prepare the questionnaire, what is the objective of questionnaires, then how you analyze, all are actually given another 5 marks. This will make it total, and writing techniques will make out of 35 marks. Writing techniques, decision structure, arrangement, follow logic sequence, clarity of sentences and comprehension, proper use of diagram to assist comprehension, correct use of citation, appropriate and relevant of reference. This will make out another 5 marks. Okay. Second part is a presentation of prototype. Okay? You can see 60 marks. A lot of students ask why 60 marks, because all are interrelated. Even though we say it's a prototype, but it's interrelated with understanding of the prototype, understanding of solution, understanding of testing as well. So prototype simulation model, example, system develop, research finding, algorithm, model, solution. Okay, so all these are the 50 marks. Okay? So functionality, algorithm, model, solution, techniques, mathematics, model, simulation, process, filtering, requirement, all given 20 marks. So database, if you have a database management system or sampling, scenario, case study, design, 20 marks. It depends on type of project they are doing. Usability, proof of concept, interface, given 10 marks. This will cover suitable or design for the methods, approach, and technique use. Competency of prototype, system, research approaches to address the problem as well. and sufficient error handling in prototype, system, and research approach. For creativity and unique of the prototype, system, research approach, all these are the criteria that use to evaluate your prototype. All functions are presented correctly and consistent with the description in chapter 3. This means your implementation, your prototype should be similar, as I mentioned just now, with chapter 3 of proposal or design. If anything different, you should be able to use chapter 5, where is analysis and testing, to justify why it's different from the design. Okay, all interface consistent and perform correctly as described in chapter 4. Okay, database management. So this is the criteria that actually under your assessment. So for examiner, you're looking at the project management and question answer session. We're looking at how you present, and supervisor looking at project management, time management, report submission, frequency of discussion with supervisor, discipline and working attitude as well. So this is basically the criteria. Why you need to know, you have to understand the criteria now, because this will make sure that you are doing something within the requirement of FYP2, and you are able to write a good report because you know what is the criteria you need to have in your FYP. This is very important. Any question? I will take a question from your message. Any question you can write in the message. Okay, for this semester, I forgot to introduce. For this semester, I will be working together with Associate Professor Dr. Chiu Kan-ling. He's in online as well. He will be assisting me on this FYP project. So this semester also, we will plan a few seminar or talk related to the latest technologies, latest trend on computer science. So we are either given by me and Dr. Chiu, or invited speakers like what we do last year as well. We invited from Singapore on the topic like AI, blockchain, cybersecurity, all this is related to your discipline. Yeah. And let me take the question. Basically, any changes in implementation that differ from... Okay, let me handle the first question first. Basically, any changes in implementation different from chapter I writer in chapter 2. What I mentioned in chapter 3 is different from chapter 4. Chapter 5 is you if you have logic. Let's say the result from the requirement study, and that can be used to justify. Not everything is justified. If the error either differ because of your limited knowledge, whatever, that one cannot be justified and justified. Justify is to justify in terms of technical, in terms of methodology, in terms of scientific side. Then you can use justify to justify. Yeah. The next question is on, may I know the examiner of FYP2 will be the same? Yes. You remember, last semester, we are not so strict on FYP1. Whatever examiner, a lot of examiner do not give, they give you the comment, but do not insist. So you make sure that whatever comment from the examiner, you are taken care of whatever comment, because all the examiner will continue be your examiner and for FYP2. Unless in special circumstances where we need to change, L will be same examiners. So we present only. Symposium do what? Symposium is for you to do exhibition, poster, presentation. Then the visitor will visit, and some student will be selected for presentation as well. As I mentioned, if you have any changes and 1, 2, 3 minor changes, okay, should not have major. Example, chapter 2, literature review. After you, this semester, you found that you forgot to review, or you notice that some of the technique you need to use in chapter 4, you forgot to review, then you can actually put in the review, but not totally change the whole chapter 2 or chapter 3. It should be a minus only. Yeah. But before you do anything, please discuss with your supervisor. Okay. On this, you'll find supervisors who have to know how to guide you. Okay. Don't do it based on your understanding only, but must discuss if involve major or minus. For QR attendance, I will open again after this session for you to take your attendance. Okay, you don't worry about all this question. We'll meet again. I just want to get your FYP to start so that you can start doing your implementation as soon as possible, so that I'm not delaying your progress. So anything we are still using FYP one group that in Telegram. Anything we still can put in the Telegram, or you can send email to me. The reason is not because I don't want to entertain. I want you to share the problem you're facing with other students. When you ask question and answer, everybody will actually sharing the problem that we're facing. Then everybody can learn from whatever question or problem that you are facing. So ask question in the group, so I will answer in the group as well. Okay, so that everybody can benefit from my answer. Let me check any other question for the Telegram. Dr. Chiu, do you have anything want to share with the student? Maybe want to say 1 or 2 words?
So far no, but hello to everyone.
Hi, Dr. Chiu.
Hi, Dr. Chiu.
Okay,
Good
so
evening,
we will
Doctor.
yeah, good. So
Dr.
we will
Chiu?
be seeing again later on.
Let me check first. With Dr. Chiu, whether is he online. Oh, you say maybe I cannot listen. That's why. Okay. So, Dr. Chiu, we're done. Then we'll stop here so that our Muslim friend can go for their open buka puasa. Okay, done.
Yes,
So
we are done.
class, so don't worry. Today we just had a quick session so that you can actually definitely know what we need to do for this semester. So we have another few more sessions. Anything which you can discuss in the group. So first, you need to go and talk to your supervisor. Okay, quickly. Don't wait until the end semester. But this week, go and see your supervisor, discuss what you plan for this semester. Then you can start your project as soon as possible. So thank you. I will share the QR code again for 5 minutes before I close it. Yeah. And have a nice evening, enjoying your buka puasa. Okay, bye. Thank you, Dr. Chiu.
Thank you, Prof. Wang.